Tony D and Little Joan in the background. This is a screenwriter's rant on The Offering, a movie about, well, it's a horror movie, but it's also a movie about Jewish mysticism. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books, links in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 10, available at Amazon.com. Don't forget Kindle Unlimited. It's free. The Offering. So, a guy who I think he left the Hasidic life comes back to visit his dad with his bride, who's pregnant, and his father dies. And this is a Hasidic Jewish community. I believe he's a funeral director, and so is his son. And his father dies under weird circumstances. The knife used to kill him, which he said it was self-inflicted, like I guess the father killed himself to summon some sort of supernatural creature from Jewish mysticism. Now, I'm not super well versed in this kind of folklore, but it's pretty interesting what little I know about it. It's part of like the Golem of Prague and all that kind of stuff. So this stuff, I don't know how mainstream it is. I don't think it is very mainstream, but boy, this is a really interesting kind of setting for a horror movie, because it's very culturally based, right? So they've got all these Hasidic guys who are generally pretty learned guys. They're very religious. They read a lot, and so they know. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Warlock. Have you ever seen that old movie? Because in that movie, it's the Amish who are like the Hasidim in this movie. Like the Amish know what to do against the Warlock. These guys know what to do, or at least have an idea of what this creature is and what it could possibly do. But he has to protect his pregnant wife, who I'm not sure if she's Jewish at all, which is a thing. I believe in the Jewish community, like Jewish people tend to want to marry another Jewish person of the faith, or you convert or whatever. So that's definitely a thing that's going on, I think, in the film, although it doesn't say that specifically. But it just looks very interesting, and I'm a huge fan, as you know, of folklore and horror. So I'm thinking, yeah, this is going to be very, very creepy and scary. It's going to have some amount of history to it. Written by Hank Hoffman, directed by Oliver Park from DeKalb. Yeah, that's weird too. I'm not sure if that. They say, I think in the description here, in the wake of a young Jewish girl's disappearance, the son of a Hasidic funeral director returns home with his pregnant wife in hopes of reconciling with his father. Little do they know, directly beneath them, in the family morgue, an ancient evil with sinister plans for the unborn child lurks inside a mysterious corpse. So I think this may be the mysterious corpse. And, yeah, so sign me up. I mean, this looks friggin' phenomenal. And it needs a ton of research, but, I mean, unless you're already Hasidim. But, this is the kind of thing I could totally see someone who studies this stuff writing a screenplay about. So you've got the horror movie aspect, pretty standard monster movie, demonic possession kind of thing. But then you have the cultural aspect of the Hasidic community. And then on top of that, you have the father-son relationship. Where was that going before the father died? He's trying to reconcile with his dad, partially over the Hasidic lifestyle, I'm assuming, because he doesn't appear to be Hasidic. So it looks cool. I guess I know just enough to be interested in this. And so breaking it down in the 3 acts, I think the first act, he's coming home to his dad, wants to see him, wants to reconcile. Again, I think he probably has a wife who's not Jewish. Maybe she's converting, whatever, but they're certainly not Hasidic. So that's probably causing some conflict. So they sit down, they're trying to reconcile. Maybe they start to get somewhere, but then no. Or maybe they too totally reconcile. I kind of doubt it. So they don't reconcile, and maybe they go back to the hotel room thinking, oh, what am I going to do about my dad? And she's like, well, we'll work it out. Maybe give him time. Maybe after the baby's born. And then the father ends up dead. They find him dead, and they find him with this strange knife in his chest that has a bunch of writing on it. And it appears to be self-inflicted. There's other signs of Jewish mysticism. There's this weird gem around his neck. There's strange markings on the floor. I mean, this is the thing about this that separates it from just some random movie about, say, demons or something, is this has a historical basis and cultural basis. So you can draw from that. The other stuff, 9 times out of 10, you're just making it up. And making it up isn't as interesting as something with a real historical basis, right? Because then it makes you go, oh, I got to read about this. Like, what's all this about? Because Jewish mysticism does have a lot of layers to it. I mean, for a while, I think it was Madonna was into Kabbalah. So I'm not sure if it connects into that or if this is totally separate. They may even have made the whole thing up. If they did, I think they did a good job because they seem to be tying it in well. I kind of doubt they made it up, though. You can see the crazy sigils on the floor. And so first act, they try to reconcile. Second act, they find him dead, and strange things start to happen. They start to find strange things, all the things he did and said. Maybe he was against the marriage and was willing to summon some supernatural creature in order to stop it and get back at his son. Could he be that bitter? That's kind of a dark way to go, but possible. Or it could have been he was trying to protect them and was in over his head and didn't tell them. Maybe he started looking into it and summoned something and then tried to do something to stop it, but it went wrong. Maybe somebody else was looking to summon this creature and get this family somehow. Either way, the strange things keep continuing. Here's the weird crystal they find around his neck. The Hasidic guys in the community want to help, but they're in over their heads too. One of them dies at least, I think. And then they keep trying to figure it out as things escalate. And then finally, I don't know which body that is. I don't know who that is. Finally, towards the end of the movie, it's a horror movie. It could end very badly. It could end with, we didn't save the baby and everybody dies. Probably not. Or we save the baby, but see the demon? We saved the baby, but in the end you're possessed and now you have to carry the evil forever. It can go a lot of different ways. But you've got the family aspect, the cultural aspect, the religious aspect, the horror, the mysticism. There's a lot of things going on here. I like it. And I think it comes together pretty well in this trailer. So I'm thinking the movie's going to be pretty good. Yeah. Now, it says 2022 release. The year's winding down. It's not very much a Christmas movie, except I'll say this. I read years ago, and I always thought this was hilarious. The Jewish community has their own traditions during Christmas because all the Goyim are home celebrating. The streets are empty, and so there's a tradition with a lot of Jewish people. They go out for Chinese food in the movies. So this is like perfect, right? Because, this is a very Jewish movie, and then it's kind of a scary movie. It's not really Christmassy, but still it would be kind of fun, to go see it and see a scary movie, which includes your culture. So I could totally see this movie being a sleeper hit. I don't know if it's going to get much of a release, though, this time of year. I don't know if it'll even make it into theaters. It might go video on demand. And again, it's the holiday season. Even if you're not celebrating Christmas, it's kind of kind of a scary. It's kind of weird to watch horror movies during Christmas, but you know, some people like them. I would totally be down for it. I'd totally watch this movie. So, yeah, I'm gonna give it an upvote. I love the concept. I love the look of it. I mean, as a guy who writes horror steeped in local folklore, I mean, this is right up my alley. Right up my alley. So it's called The Offering. Should be out within a month at the latest. So I think you should look for it if you like horror movies. I think this is going to be a good one. All right, that's it for me, Tony D and Little Joan. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for more bass takes. We've got a Hollywoke hot take and a news blast. The live stream this Sunday will be at 7. Moved it to 7 o'clock on Sunday, and the next signing will be on Monday. So I got the whole weekend free. Woohoo! Free weekend. I got to get caught up on some stuff. All right. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one.